I said, guess who's back? Man, guess who's back? I said, guess who's back?
What's going on, people? It's Batchat TV, back again with another video. So, Jarrell Big Baby Convict Miller, I don't know what's going on with him. He's been arrested. As far as I know, he's been charged as well for a few things. Carjacking is just one of the charges levied at him. Burglary with assault, and there's a few other charges that they're trying to pin to him at the moment. His defense is currently fighting one of the charges at the moment. I'm not completely sure at this moment exactly what the other charges that they're fighting. I suspect they're trying to pin some more serious kind of violent charges to him, and they're trying to say that, you know, what happened doesn't really meet the threshold of maybe like full-on assault or something like that. But, you know, apparently the judge kind of threw that out, and that's how he got the burglary with assault charge, which they were originally trying to throw out. So basically what happened was Jarrell Miller stupidly stopped paying the payments for his car, a black Dodge pickup truck, apparently, and it was repossessed. Now, we all know if your car is repossessed, it doesn't just get repossessed because of like one payment missed. It's normally if you've missed, you know, accumulative payments over a period of time. So, you know, this is like complete disregard for authority and disregard for, you know, an agreement. And I'm not surprised, but this is what basically happened as far as we know. His pickup truck was repossessed by the dealership. He then came up with this plan to steal his truck back from the dealership. Yeah, you couldn't get any more ridiculous than this plan, especially from a man who has the finances to just pay for the truck. But anyway, what happened was he went to this dealership with another female who was an accomplice. I'm not sure if she's also being charged, but her job was basically to kind of act as a decoy, and she said that she had left her purse inside the truck, giving Jarrell Miller time to kind of get close to the truck, I think, or get close to the assistant that was working there, or the manager that was working there. And he basically got the manager in a chokehold and threatened him. I mean, this is a 300-pound man threatening an innocent worker at a car dealership. I mean, can you get more ridiculous than this? You wouldn't get Anthony Joshua doing something like this, would you? He threatened this assistant at the car dealership, and he demanded that he give him the keys. After he gave him the keys, he apparently body slammed the car dealer, the owner or the assistant, the guy who was working there basically, either on the floor, and drove off with the car, which is theft. Grand Theft Auto, but they called it carjacking. He disappeared, went back to his home of residence, and he didn't know that there was a car tracker. So, you know, there was a tracker in the car. When the police were informed, it led them right to Jarrell Miller's residence, and they arrested him. Now, I've been trying to think in my head any logical reason why he would do this. Literally, I'm trying to think of anything, not like any excuse that could have happened why the things that happened, you know, transpired. Why? Is there any particular reason that I could kind of understand why he did it? And I can't think of one. I can't think of one reason other than the fact that he is just a violent criminal. And he's just not a law-abiding person. Now, the reason why I say this is there are multiple cases of things that Jarrell Miller has done inside the boxing circle, but also outside in his own personal life. And this just reflects the person that he is. I'll tell you why I say that. We all know about the drugs ban when he was caught with multiple banned substances in his body. He lied about this to everyone, his own team, everybody. He was subsequently banned. We know that. On his return, he also had a few other issues in that time while he was banned. When he did finally serve his ban and come back, we've seen him be quite disrespectful to his own promoter. He called his promoter all sorts of names, saying that he doesn't care about him, and it was mainly because his promoter refused to help him when he was in some financial difficulty, which is not the promoter's responsibility. He also had some he actually threatened Eddie Hearn, said that he was going to get some people to pull up on him if he ever comes to New York, which Eddie Hearn was extremely, upset and angry about. There's been like a number of cases that haven't really been highlighted, but people say that Jarrell Miller has this character, This carjacking is just one of the many stupid things he's done, and it reminds me a lot. His personality reminds me a lot of Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner is another guy who cannot stop himself from ruining his own career. And I feel like Jarrell Miller is exactly the same. They have the same kind of character. You can't help them. Floyd Mayweather tried to help Adrian Broner on a number of occasions, and he sabotaged his own friendship with someone who was trying to help him in Floyd Mayweather, sabotaged his own career. Countless, drunk driving, theft, all sorts of cases running with the law Adrian Broner had. And now, he can't, it's difficult for him to even get a fight. His career is basically over, and he's realizing the mistakes he made, and now he's trying to make something of his career. Jarrell Miller is the same. He's done a number of things. He even admitted himself to living a crazy life and doing all sorts of things that he shouldn't have done and making stupid choices, which is the reason why he turned to Islam to change his behavior and live a new life. And then he does this. Doesn't make any sense. First of all, if he didn't make payments because it was during a time when things were tough, when he was on his drugs ban, I'm guessing, you have the finances to pay for it now. So what's the problem? Why do you feel that you have to go and steal the vehicle back from the dealership, knowing that even if it didn't have a tracker, they've got cameras. It's not difficult to identify a 300 and something plus man. There's not going to be many people. You don't think that the police would put two and two together and have a look at the previous owner and see that he was also 300 pounds, just like the man who's on the camera. He doesn't look like most people. So, what made him think that was a good idea? He's supposed to be turning a new leaf. You've been given a new opportunity to fight on one of the biggest, most successful cards in Saudi Arabia. And now you may never get to do that again because of your actions. It's like one mistake after another. And when somebody makes the same mistake time and time again, this is an indication. This goes deeper than mistakes. This is an indication of their character, of their personality, and who they actually are. I've always kind of thought this of Jarrell Miller, just basically because of his behavior. I know he does the trash talking, and it kind of makes it fun. But even early on in his career, when he didn't really have to put on any kind of persona, he was always like this. Very rude, very disrespectful, always goes too far. I remember when he first had when the fight with Anthony Joshua was going to happen before the ban, he spoke about his mother, just going too far. Very disrespectful about people's family. And then again, finally given this chance after what's happened in Saudi Arabia, he was disrespectful to Dubois, went too far with a lot of the things he said. I thought he made it fun because everyone wants to see the trash talk. But, this is just, like I said, an indication to his personality. I don't think he can be helped, to be honest. Someone can do something like this. Personally, if you can take a whole bunch of banned substances and go in the ring and actually fight someone and not care about the kind of harm that you can do to somebody, that's an indication of your mindset. You could say, well, the drugs ban, the drug stuff was just him not taking personal responsibility for himself and just harming himself. But now he's actually physically harmed another person as well. I think he's kind of a danger to people, because if you can do that, it means that you have disregard for people's life in the ring, which is why you took the drugs. You've got a disregard for people's safety. You know, using physical violence on an unsuspecting person just doing their job, and then, you know, speeding off, probably putting people's life in danger along the way as well, speeding on the roads. You know, this kind of character, we don't really want this kind of character in boxing. I mean, I don't want to speak for other people, but I personally don't want anything to do with somebody like this in boxing. I wouldn't want to watch somebody, and it's a shame because he did himself proud in the ring. Even though he didn't win, you know, he was quite graceful. I suppose he had to be after all the trash that he spoke, but he was quite grateful in the end, and gave Danny Dubois his props. But I just feel like he's just, you know, he's a danger to himself. He's definitely a danger to others. And I think he's kind of a loser. You know, we should really be talking about Jarrell Miller's next fight. Who should Jarrell Miller fight next? But instead, we can't even speak about that. We're talking about how long a prison sentence he might get. Other people definitely can't help him because he doesn't help himself. He continually does things to push promoters away, you know, to get the law involved, you know, getting banned, not training properly, not being dedicated, coming in overweight, which is one of the reasons why he probably lost. And then now a criminal record, you know, it's just going to be ongoing. Now, I know he was trying to change by becoming Muslim, but that didn't last long. You know, I hope he changes, and I hope he gets more respect, a better attitude. You know, the way he's even been to Anthony Joshua hasn't even deserved all this stuff. The behavior, the character that he's shown, you know, years ago and even recently. You would have thought that when he came back from that ban, he would have been humble, but he was anything but humble. You know, and now a danger to civilians. I just think he can't be helped. But let me know if you understand this behavior. Do you understand a man that's just been paid at what, 3-point-something million pounds, trying to steal back a black Dodge pickup truck? Do you understand that? I don't understand it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is he crazy? I'm on to the next one.
Guess who's back? Man, guess who's back? I said, guess who's back?